Hello my friends and welcome to the final practical activity of this part 3 on classification. And now we're all going to go into part 3 classification to implement the final classification model of this part 3, the random forest classification model. Alright, and we're going to start with Python of course, and inside this folder you will get the same two files, first the implementation of this classification model and the social network ad dataset, which contains 400 observations corresponding to 400 customers. Each row is a customer, and for each of them we get the two features, age and estimated salary, with which we're going to predict this dependent variable purchased, which tells if yes or no each customer bought an SUV from this car dealership. And then once we train this model to understand the correlations between these two features and the dependent variable vector, we will be able to predict which new customers will buy that brand new SUV just released by this car company, and therefore we'll be able to target the best way our customers through beautiful ads on social networks. Alright, so let's do this. Let's start the implementation, random forest classification, and let's open this with either Google Colaboratory or Jupyter Notebook, whatever is your favorite. Alright, so right now it is opening the notebook, loading it, laying it out, and here is the random forest classification implementation, which results once again from that classification template we made in the first section on logistic regression. So all these cells here are exactly the same as in logistic regression, with the same variable names and everything, except the cell where we build and train the classification model here, the random forest classification model. So we're going to re-implement that cell, and since this is in read-only mode so that you can all access it, well, we're going to create a copy of this file by clicking here on Save a Copy in Drive. This creates a copy, and there we go. We will be able to re-implement that cell to train our random forest classification model on the training set. Alright, so first let's remove that cell, and now is the time where you're going to press pause on the video to of course implement this yourself, and also to learn how to be independent in machine learning and learn how to get familiar with that scikit-learn API, which is the way you're going to find the information you need right now to build this random forest classification model. Alright, so let's do this together. Let's go to the API and let's find that class that we need to build a random forest classification model. Alright, so here, as opposed to before, we won't find the module we need easily, by scrolling down, for example, down to random forest. Because no, the name of the module is not random forest, as it was the case with the previous classification models. This time, it's actually right here. It is ensemble method, and the name of the module is exactly ensemble. So that's where you had to find, but if you looked for it by scrolling down, that's fine, because really I want you to get familiar with the scikit-learn API. And so now the question is, among all these ensemble methods, where is the one we want? Well, that's of course this one, random forest classifier. Hard to miss, right? So we're going to click this link, and there we go. This is the random forest classifier class with all the parameters, so check them out. We won't enter all of them, but let me tell you right now the ones we will enter. The first and most important one is the first one actually, n estimators, which is of course the number of trees you want to have in your random forest classifier, right? The number of trees in the forest. Then once again we'll choose another value of the criterion, and that's in order to be aligned with what you learned in the theory, with Kiril's intuition lectures. He taught you about the random forest classification model with the entropy criterion. So we're going to select this, and that's it. No more parameters. For the other parameters here, we'll just keep the default values. However, we will just add a random state parameter and set its value to 0, just so that we can have the same results displayed on our notebook. Alright, so first let's copy this, the name of the class and the module, right? So I'm copying this, going back to our implementation, creating a new code cell here, pasting that, and then remember we have to start from the scikit-learn library, then from the ensemble module of the scikit-learn library, and then remember we need to add here import, that random forest classifier which will allow us to build this random forest classification model. And speaking of building it, well, that's exactly our next step here. We're gonna build the classifier through this classifier variable, which will be nothing else than the instance of the random forest classifier class, therefore nothing else than the random forest classifier model itself. So here I'm copying this and pasting it right here, adding some parentheses, and there we go. Now let's add our two parameters, the ones of which we're changing the default values. The first one is n estimators, so that's number of trees in the forest. The default value is actually 100, but we'll be totally fine with 10 estimators, 10 trees in the forest. Why is that? That's because our dataset is actually quite simple. It only contains 2 features and only 400 customers, 400 observations. So we will definitely be fine with only 10 trees in the forest. All right, and feel free to try out the numbers if you wish.